Well, I've got a couple guests joining me today. I have Chuck Heit as well as Bret Witkowski to talk about the St. Joseph Lions Club 18th annual middle school basketball tournament. Excited to talk with you guys. So 18 years this has been going on. Bret, you've been involved in this for since the beginning. Is that right?
Yeah, so my oldest daughter played in a tournament over at SMC when girls basketball was in the fall for middle school.
Yeah.
And I thought, man, this would be a great idea for our club to get involved, and ran it through the club. Dr. Dan was the president at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And when we started out, that's when girls, again, still was in the fall. And I started as a middle school tournament for girls basketball in our area, and only for school teams, no travel teams, no combo schools, just bring your school team, have some fun. That first year, I actually still have a photo of it from the first year in my office. We had 8 teams because we just want to make sure we did it right.
Wow. That was wasn't that called the snowed out basketball tournament?
It wasn't at SMC. Exactly.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. When it was over there, because I remember I played in that when I was in middle school too.
Yeah, they had started it up over there because there was a winter when nobody got their games in.
Sure.
And so they offered up a tournament just to help teams get games, and they did a successful run for a number of years.
And I love that you guys are doing that, because I think middle schoolers, they don't always get those opportunities to really have those fun kind of tournament kind of feeling. They usually just have their games on a Tuesday or maybe a Thursday, and so they don't get to have a tournament to be able to play in. And this is pretty cool that you guys are doing that.
And it's nice that it's a school event where it's not the travel ball or anything else.
Right.
It's their school teams that are participating in it, so it makes it some good competition.
Yeah.
Well, and the part that I've always stressed is, when you have a team together, not everybody's going to go play AAU.
Sure.
Number one, they don't have the love to do it that much, or number two, they don't have the money for it, because it does take a lot of money. So it's a great opportunity for schools to get their teams, in essence, another 25% of their season. They only get 12 games at middle school level.
Yeah.
And here they get 3 in one day, and they get to play schools they normally don't play.
Right.
And I just think we've done it the right way. We've been very fortunate to have great people help us, like Chuck and others who have come in and really have, I think, made it a premier tournament in this side of the state.
Chuck, what got you involved in not only this tournament, but the Lions Club to begin with?
So I've been involved in the Lions Club in New Buffalo for many years. And then when, working out of St. Joe, I joined the St. Joe Lions Club about a little over 10 years ago. And obviously the basketball tournament was something of interest to me.
Sure.
My wife and I were very involved in the boosters in New Buffalo. So one of my main jobs now is running the concession stand. So that's something I've got some experience in, but just another way to give back to the club. And that's one of the events that I look forward to participating in.
And being in law enforcement, you're really good about keeping Bret away from the concession
we
stand.
try. It doesn't always work, but
that is a full-time job. I'm not going to lie.
No, that's really cool. So the 18th annual, this is going to happen on the 18th. So it's coming up here. What does it take to put a tournament like this on? Because this is a pretty monumental feat to plan all this stuff, right?
Yes, so we're fortunate. We've got a club that did a lot of volunteers. So a lot of them will be club members that volunteer. So, and Bret, kind of organizes from everything from, the officials to, the concession stand and everything else we do to make it happen. But it's just a great event for us to put on for the community. And obviously there's a benefit to it because the proceeds raised goes to Camp Leo, which is a camp our club is very involved in. We partner with Barry and Risa for that camp. So
tell me a little bit more about Camp Leo.
So it's a camp that's put on, usually in August. It's run through Barry and Risa.
Mm-hmm.
It's put on for developmentally challenged students, and it's a great opportunity for kind of respite for the families.
Yeah.
And just a great opportunity for them to go to a camp. And like I said, it's Barry and Risa that we partner with. The Lions Club, our district, is a big part of it, but the St. Joe Lions Club has always been a big factor in that. I couldn't talk about Camp Leo without talking about Lion Larry Wagner, who passed away, who was very involved in that over the years. It's been a camp that's gone on, and it's just great opportunity for families for that camp to take place.
Yeah, and I've heard from people, families that have had their kids go through Camp Leo, and they said they love it, and it's such a great thing. So to be able to support that with this tournament is huge. And so, Brett, how many teams are going to be participating in this?
So backtrack a little bit. The
Yeah.
other part that we do is I will email every school in about a 5-county area,
Okay.
letting them know about the tournament, and then that helps generate some interest. We always make sure we leave spots for the 5 schools that we cover through WSJM, Coaches Show, things like that, with Our Lady, Michigan Lutheran, Lakeshore, St. Joe, and Benton Harbor. They always get first picks.
Sure.
And then we open it up from there. So this year we're at 14 to 16. I'm waiting on 2 teams. One's going to let me know today. That could put us up to 15.
Wow.
And then over the years, we've had 204 teams come in, over 2,000 players, over 600 and some games that have been there. And we've had Mr. Basketball be part of this in middle school. That was something to watch.
You can tell at that time he was going to be good.
Yeah.
And we've had Division I players
Right.
come to the tournament. You know, the fun part about this is we open it up and get schools from, you know, like this year we have Watervliet coming in, Coloma coming in, River Valley's coming in, Michigan Lutheran has a couple teams, Lakeshore, St. Joe, Benton Harbor's got a couple teams. And we also have Holland Christian coming in, and Zeeland. And so we are part of a qualifier for those who want to the state basketball championships for middle schools. And there's like 10 qualifiers in the state. And because of people like Chuck and others who help run this thing so smooth, and because of the compliments that come out of it, we've had a couple Lutheran teams come out of the east side of the state saying, we want, you know, we're good. We want to see how good we really are. And they've left either 0-3 or 1-2.
Oh, wow.
But they will say it is the best ran tournament that they are part of. And so the state championship picked up on that and asked us if we'd be a qualifier. And we are. Now, whether the winners want to go on and play in the state championships in Grand Rapids, I'm looking at May 4th or 5th. That's up to them. They don't have to go.
Sure.
But, you know, the other good part is we're fortunate. We have referees who are registered who do it for just about nothing.
Wow.
And we're fortunate. You know, Chuck, like he said, Chuck knows concessions. I don't know where he gets it, but
For my wife.
he gets, I mean, he got us great deals on stuff a number of years ago, made us a lot more money. And then St. Joe schools are phenomenal hosts. They don't charge us to rent the facilities. They don't charge us for janitorial or anything like that. They're there from start to finish. And then the one thing I learned after the first one a long time ago was sometimes middle school parents can be more fired up than high school parents. They haven't quite realized their kid really is not that good yet. And we always have, St. Joe's always, police have always been gracious, and Steve Newbecker, who's now a member of the club also.
Sure.
Yep.
It's got it set up where we have a reserve officer. And if something happens where somebody gets hurt or if something happened with their car, we just got people on site to make it run smooth. But it's pretty cool how smooth it runs. When it first started, it was pretty overwhelming. Now I don't have any of those feelings that I used to have when we first started.
So with that many teams that are going to be playing, what time does this all get started?
Well, I learned also the hard way, don't have teams traveling dark on a Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
No. And last year we got canceled. We had to do it a week later. And we had half the team show up. So I don't have any of the games start till 9 a.m. So, and the teams that are coming out of Holland and Zeeland, I won't have them start till 10. So they're driving in the daytime for the most part. You just never know what the weather can hold, especially with the lakefront. And it looks like we do have solid cold air going to hang around with us for a while. And then I try to get we try to put them in pods of 3 or 4 teams. So they just play teams of like age and like ability. And I'll ask the coaches, did you play this team? Did you win or lose? You know, just so we can seed them correctly. And I don't try to have a team sitting there from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Sure.
I'll try to have them play 9, 11, maybe 12 or 1 and be done and go home, and then let the other groups start up. So
The
I
doors
try to
doors
make
will
it-
open at 8 a.m.
Doors will open at 8 o'clock.
Doors open at 8 first game.
What time's that concession stand opening, Chuck?
We'll be ready at
before.
the night before.
Well, that's the prep, and I'm
Yeah.
sure for all that stuff will happen the day before. But yeah, I'm sure Brett and all the other volunteers, you guys will be getting there way bright and early before the sun.
To get set up and we'll have some donuts and everything else there. So, but yeah, it's a great event, and a lot of the club members, we enjoy putting it on as well. I mean, it's a lot of fun for us to see the youth participate in this, and like I said, just some good quality games.
Yeah, the St. Joseph Lions Club 18th annual tournament that's going to be happening January 18th at St. Joseph High School. Will you guys be utilizing both, not only the main court, but also the field house as well to be able to handle this tournament?
Yeah, we'll be using 2 to 3 courts at all times. Some will go, if we end up with 16 teams, we have to use all 3 all the time. And then the 4th court, which is the 3rd one in the field house, will be where the 3-point contest is. And
Bret was instrumental in starting that, and the kids, they really enjoy that, obviously, to have the opportunity to do a 3-point competition throughout the day.
Wow. So that'll be something else kids will be able to. Now, is that for just the tournament participants that will be able to participate in that?
Yep. Yeah, you have to be a player in it. That'll go from 10 to 2. It's $1 to enter, but you can enter as many times as you want. And then if there's a tie, then we have them come back for a shoot off. And then what we do, I have it set up just like the NBA. It goes for 1 minute. We'll have 3 racks. I bought money balls, made some blue balls. And so they'll have, I think, 4 balls on a rack, with the last one being a rubber full size maize and blue, and it's worth 2 points.
Okay.
And whoever gets the most points after the win, we give them a trophy for that. Now, the only thing we don't give trophies is to the teams. We give individual medals to the team. And when Chuck was president, we have the president hand those out, and then we take photos and publish those with their permission in different, either on our website or Facebook or in their local media.
Awesome. What else do we need to know? How much is it going to cost us to just come and watch this game?
So we're still at $5.
$5?
Okay.
Wow.
Which is cheap. And probably next year that's going to have to go up. $3 if you're in grade school, and I think if you're kindergarten or under, it's free.
Okay.
And we stamp your hand. So, if your kid plays at 9 and they don't play till 12, you want to go do something in St. Joe, that's good. We've worked over the years with the St. Joe Today to provide, brochures for businesses for if they want to go out for lunch, because we have a lot of people coming in, who are not from St. Joe or the area and who will end up spending the day. The other thing that we have kept very reasonable, which is half of normal fees, is the entry fee. It's at $110. Most tournaments are $250.
Sure.
But we do that because we're fortunate the referees really do it for they get 20 a game. They'll do a high school game for 80. The gym's for free. And so we're just trying to not only raise money, as Chuck said, for Camp Leo, which is if people haven't been to it, they need to at least go visit it. It makes you appreciate life, and I've taken my basketball teams out there to help over years, and it really helps them understand, be thankful for all that you have. But we also want to give an opportunity to local schools and kids who don't have a lot, an opportunity to develop their game, be with their friends, and have a good day. We have T-shirts that are for sale if people want to buy them, with the logo on it, which has been updated dramatically.
You guys are loving that logo.
Just a good logo this year.
I've heard that a lot this day. We're talking about all that stuff.
I'm not confident that Bret put it together. No,
yeah, Brett probably wasn't involved in that.
I can promise you, I can't draw a good figure.
Any other shout outs, or you want to shout out volunteers or businesses that have supported you or anything like that?
Obviously,
go ahead, Chuck. I'm sorry.
Obviously just, the club members that, put in time, but as Bret mentioned, St. Joe Public Schools has always been very gracious to let us use the building. And we can't say enough, like Bret said, about the officials. We've got certified officials that do the games, and they do it at a very reduced price to make it, not only just affordable for the teams, but obviously a good fundraiser for us. So,
yeah.
I think from the club standpoint, a guy who doesn't get a lot of recognition is, and Chuck will know this, Tom Hanley.
Yes.
Tom is from their family owns Vail Rubber. Tom is relentless in getting volunteers to sign up and help. And, the worst thing you can do is just not have enough people. We need
Sure.
a couple people at taking tickets. We always need a couple people, at least 2 or 3 in the concession stand. We need at least 2 or 3 at each game running a scoreboard. We do PA in the Bear Den, which is the main one. Thankfully, a lot of those people have kind of got into the routine. They like doing
Sure.
that. But
do you need any more?
So right now, I think we're, like I said, Lion member Tom Hanley, organizes the volunteers and has a great spreadsheet that keeps track of where everybody's at. So
that's good.
We're fortunate. Our club, a lot of people participate, in that, and that's one of the events. Obviously, the craft show is a big event for us, in the fall. But then this basketball tournament is a great opportunity for people that maybe can't make meetings all the time, but a way for them to give back to the club and participate.
So it's the 18th annual St. Joseph Lions Club Middle School Basketball Tournament happening on January 18th. So easy to remember. 18th.
Golden birthday.
Golden birthday. Yeah, no, that's great. Where can we go to find more information on any and all of this stuff that if we want to know about this tournament ahead of time?
So we'll be putting on our website and then also the St. Joe Lions Club Facebook page.
Okay.
So we'll be putting that out and making sure. But, again, it's at St. Joe High School. Doors open 8 a.m. First game starts at 9. So it's just a great opportunity if you don't even anybody playing, just to see some good, middle school basketball. Like you said, they don't always get the recognition or people coming to see them play. And it's a good tournament with some good competition.
And it'd be cool, even better for these players to play in a packed house, or fill it up as much as you can, because it's all going to help. It's going to make the kids happy. It's going to make the families happy with Camp Leo, and you guys are going to raise a lot of money.
And we'll guarantee you good popcorn.
Good popcorn?
Yeah.
Yep. What any other suggestions? You mentioned donuts. You had me at that. The
pizza.
Popcorn.
We'll do pizza and hot dogs. So.
Pizza and hot dogs. Yeah. All right.
Well, the other part that's cool is, not all these young men are going to play high school ball.
Right.
They may never step in on it. They probably can get on most JV teams, but that might be as far as it goes. So when they do play in the Bear Den, which is what they call a competition gym, we do introductions. We run, Tony Balboa runs that full scoreboard like they do for high school for points and everything. Because a lot of schools barely have a scoreboard that says what the score is, much less what it can be. And I'll tell you what, when you get to some of the games, I will put 3 officials on them, because some of the games, I know the caliber of talent are better than some small school varsity basketball.
Sure.
And we'll get some decent crowds for that. When it's, I go back to when we had Mr. Basketball play. We had pretty good crowds that year.
We did.
That's amazing. Well, looking forward to this. January 18th, put it on your calendar for the 18th annual St. Joe Lions Club Middle School Basketball Tournament. Chuck and Bret, thank you guys so much for everything that you guys do. Thanks so much for joining me. And thank you also to all the other volunteers that are involved in this. Should be a great tournament. I will have to put that on my calendar. I'm going to have to be there.
Very good. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, so, I will definitely be there.
You can enter, we'll let you announce the winners. How's that?
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd be very good at that 3-point shooting competition, though. I would not do very well with that.
You and Phil McDonald would not. Well, that might be something we could auction off.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, me versus Phil. Oh,
who makes the first one?
Yeah, that'll be put money on that one. Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you guys again for joining me, and looking forward to this again, January 18th for the basketball tournament.
Thank you.